Hello, I just wanted to film a little video and talk about how, it's okay when your mental health gets in the way of the things you wanted to do or the timeline that you thought you'd have. And when that doesn't happen, it can be incredibly frustrating and just so annoying. So I just wanted to give an example, my sort of story. When I did my A-levels, I was at sixth form. I was the year of COVID, so I didn't do exams. I was given grades, and they weren't good enough to go to I don't know. Well, I didn't want to go to uni at that point, but they weren't good enough for university or the universities that I would want to apply to. They just, I don't know. It just wasn't. Yeah, and just personal satisfaction. Like I wasn't happy. Because I thought I could have done better if I'd actually sat the exams, but my teachers obviously didn't think so, but it's fine. And then, yeah, so I worked for a year. I was doing all part-time jobs. I worked a bit in what did I do? Like, I was a waitress at one point. I did, one of the things I really enjoyed, I did like a placement at an arts charity. Loved that. That was so good. The next thing I did was, what did I do? So at that point when I did the placement, I figured out that I wanted to pursue a career or something to do with social research because I love sociology, love learning about people, and I also felt like I always wanted to go to university. That was something that it always felt like in my gut, like that's for me. Like I want to do uni. And so I decided to teach myself sociology A-level. And yeah, I bought the textbooks off Amazon and I started teaching myself, and I probably taught myself the content in like a few months. And I was really nervous. I didn't think I'd do well. I didn't think I'd do as well as I managed to do. I did more than I needed, and I got the grade that I went to York Uni and got what I needed for that. And that was, that was really cool. And for me, it just proved, if I want something, I can do it. Because I think at school, what really frustrated me, and I did get quite depressed for a long period of time, was, this expectation, do things like other people. You need to go to uni at a certain time. You need to do all these different things on a specific timeline. And if you don't do what other people are doing, you're not good enough. And that's what I felt like was instilled to me. It might not have literally been said, but it was the thoughts that were in my head. And I was just so down on myself all of the time. And then, so getting that and getting into York Uni I was like, wow, I was made up. It was great. And then, so recently I just finished uni and I had to defer my assessments to August because my mental health in terms of OCD, it went down, and it was a really scary time. It was horrible, but from all of that stuff that I learned in the past, I wasn't bothered that I didn't graduate with everyone else in my year. It was a bit oh, that would have been nice, but I wasn't upset at all. And I think it's just I've learned so much about myself when I do things later than other people, or not in the specific timeline other people might, that I often do better. And personally, the more I take my time with things, the way better the outcome is, the way better my life ends up being. So I just want to say that yes, it's it's horrible and it's hard when mental illness it feels like it puts you 10 steps back, 10 steps away from everybody else, but you're not alone. And sometimes that can be the best thing because opportunities will still be there. Whether they're not there, another door will open and you will have more chances, because life is so it's wide. There's lots of time to pursue what you want to do. And I don't know, I've struggled with so much this year that a lot of the things, even putting myself out there in terms of starting a channel or starting an Instagram for OCD, putting my face somewhere where I know people from school can see me, or that's scary. But I've reached a point where I just don't care. The point I was feeling when that's sort of a superpower having a mental illness can give you. It gives you so much resilience, and you think, God, I was at that point where I literally didn't want to be here anymore, and now I'm doing all of these things. Why let someone's opinion shove me down? Because I've always done that, and I think it's so important to not listen to that. Don't listen to that voice in your head that wants to keep you tiny and small in a little box, doesn't want you to pursue your dreams, your passions. You can do it. And if it takes you a little bit longer than other people, so what? Who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. So yeah, long story short, keep believing in yourself. Like, I believe, it sounds cringe, but I believe in you. I believe, like, in anyone that has a goal, you can do it. Who gives a shit whether it takes longer than other people? It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you'll look back and you'll think, God, it's those times that get you to that goal that you reflect upon and think, yeah, that was hard. I'm glad I did that. I'm glad, not in terms of mental illness, not glad to go through that because it's horrible and I wish I didn't have to go through it, but the outcome can be so amazing. So it's okay to do things later. I thought, oh, when it's my graduation, oh, I can't post on my Instagram because then people in my year will know that I graduated later. Who actually gives a shit? Like, and what? Like, I'm going to post those photos. Even now I feel a bit reluctant saying that. I'm not sure I will, but you know what? I'm going to make a promise to myself. I'm going to post them. And if people have shit to say, who cares? Like, why? Like, no one, I think that's the thing as well, to remember that I think no one cares as much as you think that they do. Everyone's very consumed with themselves. But yeah. You've got time, you can do this. If you're struggling right now, I hope this gives you some hope. Like, I've been there, I've really thought that I couldn't do things that other people were doing, and I've done it, and yeah, it kind of makes me feel a bit emotional because I felt so, like, I don't know, bad about myself or like my abilities. I always doubt myself, even in like jobs. I think, oh, I can't do that as well as this person. I don't know why I'm getting emotional, but it's so hard when you feel like you've been put down. Or even when you're not strong enough to like combat that voice that tells you you're shit. Like, it's so hard. Sorry if that my phone is gonna die, but yeah, you've got this. And if I wanted to make something that I would want to watch when I was feeling like, when I got my grades back, when I thought I couldn't carry on like everyone else. I did so many things that other people haven't done. I don't know that many people that have taught themselves an A-level in a few months, and that's something to be proud of, and it's not something to just like brush under the rug, whatever but yeah, you've got this. I believe in you. Yeah.